Kamala Harris's, or as the right would like to say, Kamala's, rise to prominence in American politics has been truly historic, marked by several significant milestones. As the first Black and South Asian woman to serve as Vice President of the United States, Harris represents a breakthrough in the political landscape. But then tell me why some of my friends that are usually champions of Black politicians not super excited about Kamala Harris. Well, the issue is a bit complex. In today's video, we'll look at Kamala's rise to historical prominence and the criticism she faces from some segments of the Black community by delving into her political record, public perception, and broader issues within the Democratic Party. Kamala Harris was born to a Jamaican father and an Indian mother and grew up in a multicultural household in Oakland, California. She started her public service as a deputy district attorney in Alameda County, California, before becoming the district attorney of San Francisco and later the attorney general of California. Harris's political ascent continued when she was elected into the U.S. Senate in 2016. Her tenure in the Senate was marked by high-profile moments, including her pointed questioning during congressional hearings. Her bid for the presidency in the 2020 election gained significant attention. To me, Kamala Harris is one impressive woman. So, why does she have such a mixed reception in the Black community? Well, let's first start with her record. One of the primary sources of criticism from Black voters stems from Harris's tenure as a prosecutor. As San Francisco's district attorney and later as California Attorney General, Harris developed a reputation for being tough on crime. Well, critics argue that her policies disproportionately affected Black and Latino communities, contributing to mass incarceration and the systematic issues within the criminal justice system.
In 2015, Harris didn't take a position on a state law that would have required independent investigations when police killed civilians. Harris's office also tried to prevent nonviolent prisoners from being released after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that California's overcrowded prisons violated inmates' constitutional rights.
Harris supported several policies that have been controversial among Black voters, including truancy laws that penalize parents for their child's school absences, which disproportionately affected low-income families. Kamala's office also defended wrongful convictions and fought to uphold sentences that many believe were unjust. Harris's stance on the death penalty also had been a point of contention. While she personally opposes capital punishment, as Attorney General, she defended California's death penalty in court. This position created a perception of inconsistency and raised questions about her commitment to criminal justice reform. The interesting thing, though, is even though Kamala is touting her years as a prosecutor in her race against Trump, it's mostly this record that has alienated many in the left wing of the Democratic Party. On the other hand, Trump is running ads attacking Kamala as being too weak on crime. Another rumor, not rumor, but more of a claim I hear about Kamala is that she slept her way to the top, meaning it's her relationships that got her to the position she's at and not her qualifications. And the internet points to this one specific relationship: Kamala dating popular politician Willie Brown in the 90s.
Well, we know her first meaningful job in politics was given to her by her boyfriend at the time, who's married, Willie Brown, most powerful Democrat in California.
Back in the 90s, Willie Brown was mayor of San Francisco. She was in her late 20s and Mayor Brown was in his 60s. As expected, in relationships like these, Kamala was introduced to important people in Willie Brown's circle, and he did help her in her quest to become a district attorney. Willie Brown was also Speaker of the California Assembly. I really have no doubt that Mr. Brown is an important figure in Kamala's career. Connections and relationships are important aspects of people's careers, isn't it? Isn't there that saying, it's not what you know, but who you know, or who knows you? And one interesting note on this: according to a 2021 book by journalist Dean Moraine called Kamala's Way, An American Life, Willie Brown even took Kamala on a business trip to Boston where he was meeting Donald Trump. And another rumor that I just want to address: people are saying that Kamala was with Brown while he was still married to his wife. This has been fact-checked many times, and he was actually separated from his wife for more than a decade when he and Harris dated in the mid-90s. Their relationship ended in 1995, and it was no secret to anybody. So I really don't understand what the problem with this is, especially when a lot of you guys have probably slept with somebody just for freaking Red Lobster. I mean, it's just crazy what men in general and the Republican Party will say on one side, but it's okay for these men to go around and sleep with everybody. But when women sleep with anybody, that's the only way that they can succeed. It makes no sense. This is crazy. But leave your comments below. I want to hear what you think of this rumor specifically, because I can't get people to stop talking about this when I thought nobody would care in the first place. And then there is the biggest accusation of them all, the case of her identity.
AP is the one that wrote the headline when she first came in to the United States Senate. Didn't talk about her being black, talked about her being the first Indian American senator. AP brought that up.
Is Kamala truly black?
A few days ago, President Trump said he didn't know Vice President Harris was a black woman. I'm trying to figure out what all the outrage is about, because she's only black when it's time to get elected.
Harris's mixed racial background has also contributed to the complexity of her relationship with black voters. Some segments of the black community question her identification as a black woman, given her dual heritage and the perception that she may not fully understand or represent the unique experiences of black Americans.
I'm black.
Yes.
And I'm proud of being black.
Absolutely.
And I was born black. I will die black. And I'm proud of being black. And I'm not going to make any excuses for anybody because they don't understand.
While Harris has embraced her black identity and has strong ties to the black community, I mean, the woman even went to Howard University and is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha, the nation's oldest black sorority. Some voters feel that her upbringing and career have distanced her from the lived realities of many black Americans. As you've seen in the news, Trump is pushing this notion that Kamala became black for political advantage, but had always embraced her Indian side more.
Trump's not backing away from the controversy. Today he went online, he shared a photo of Harris wearing a sari in a family photo, and he writes about it. Your warmth, friendship, and love of your Indian heritage are very much appreciated.
Seems to me like the goal is to lower the enthusiasm of the black vote. There is even false rumors going around that Kamala's race was listed as white on her birth certificate. It was only yesterday when Obama was facing the same issues and questions of identity when he was running for president. On a broader scale, some black voters just feel taken for granted by the Democratic Party. Black voters have historically been a crucial constituency for the Democratic Party, yet they often feel neglected. And now, with the running of a black woman for presidency, the pressure will be on black voters to show up and deliver the White House for the Democrats. But some are looking beyond a historical moment and are asking, what's in it for us? That's not even touching Kamala's record as vice president. There are many critics of the Biden-Harris administration in the black community, and one of the issues being the Israel-Palestine conflict. Countless black organizations and activists have been championing the Palestinian plight for years. In this new round of conflict, seeing the seemingly limitless support the Biden-Harris administration has given the Israel government has angered many progressive voters. That's just one issue that stands out to me, as I have heard this issue brought up repeatedly in my circle. So will Kamala be able to pull the 90% plus black support that Obama was able to garner twice when he ran for president? It will definitely be interesting to watch. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, subscribe and stay tuned for more interesting and hopefully informative videos on black culture and history. See you next time. And also, I wanted to address this in the comments. The reason why I haven't been so quick to do something on Biden is because he's not running for president.